Hi, New Life Church. Welcome to our TRAC Devo for the week on this snowy Tuesday afternoon. Well, this past week we've been reading through the books of 2 Timothy as well as Titus, both of them written by the Apostle Paul, one written to Timothy, one written to Titus. And I don't know about you, but these two short books were packed full of truth that really spoke to me. I had my highlighter out and once again was marking different verses in the Bible that God just really used to touch my heart and speak to me and remind me. But one of the ones that really stuck out to me this past week was the idea of running a race. He speaks about it in chapter 2, where he encourages Timothy. He says, run from anything that yields to ungodly living, that leads to unrighteousness. Instead, run after righteous living, peace, love. Run after these things, but run away from these things. So he's using this thought of a race because he continues it in chapter 4, where he talks about running a race and finishing it well. Now, in our family, there's a little joke. Chris loves to start home projects, and he's really good at it. He will start a project, get about 85% done, and then all of a sudden his eyes see something else, and he's like, oh, I'm going to do this one now. And he heads over here, and he starts another project. He gets 85% done, and then guess what happens? He finds another project. And we're like, wait a minute, Chris, slow down. You're going off on too many different directions. You need to finish one. And Paul is saying that to Timothy here. He's saying, stay the course. And he's using his own life as an example, not only for Timothy, but I believe for us today. So if we go to chapter 4, he says, but you should keep a clear mind in every situation. Don't be afraid of suffering for the Lord. Work at telling others the good news and fully carry out the ministry God has given you. As for me, my life has already been poured out as an offering to God. The time of my death is near. So as Paul is writing this, he is acknowledging, hey, I have been running my race. And now my time is almost done. I am in my last days, if you were to put it in another way. But then he continues to say, I have fought the good fight. So this race is not easy. It's not always one of running through the fields of flowers and everything's perfect with no hurdles or bumps. He's saying, as I've run this race, I have fought the good fight. Folks, there are days that there is a challenge in life, as you all know. And he's encouraging Timothy, he's encouraging us by using his own life to say, I fought the good fight. Don't give up. Keep running the race. Keep going forward. Stay on the path towards righteousness. So Paul, again, using his own life, is saying to Timothy, is saying to us, I fought the good fight. I have finished the race. Finish the race. And then he continues to say, and I've remained faithful. Folks, I want to challenge you and myself to finish the race faithfully. Don't veer off like Chris would off on this project and this project, on this race and this race. He's saying, stay the course, stay on target, finish the race that God has called you to. And there's a prize at the end that God has waiting for you. He finishes this section by saying, and the prize is not just for me, but for all who eagerly look forward to his appearing. This is a prize for all of us who finish this race, who finish faithfully what God has laid out for us. I was thinking about the Olympics, and in the Olympics, only the top 3 people get a prize, and no one else gets the prize. But this is not that kind of race that we're running. I'm not racing against someone else to get their prize, or I'm not racing against someone else because there's only 3 prizes that are going to be handed out. God says in his word that I have a prize waiting for everyone who faithfully completes this race that is put before them. And that's exciting. God has something special waiting for me if I stay the course. Don't veer off. Again, as he wrote back in chapter 2, don't start running after youthful lust. He puts it in that way. Don't start running after things that would deter you from following God, but follow after those things that will help you in your race, that will encourage you in the race that God has laid out for you. So today, New Life Church, as we read these words that Paul wrote to Timothy, I want to challenge you to almost imagine that he wrote him to you, that he wrote him to me. And he's saying to me, hey, Julie, look at my life. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have remained faithful, and now there's a prize waiting for me. I'm writing you these words to encourage you to do the same. And so, New Life Church, to you, to me, let's take these words to heart. I am determined that no matter how hard the race may be, that I'm going to stay the course, that I am determined to finish the race and to remain faithful to God. And at the end, there's a prize waiting for both of us. New Life Church, know that we love you, that we care about you, that we are here for you. We are praying for you. Have a blessed week. God bless.